So, there is main theme in your song which is about neighborhood and the suburb. Could you explain why?
We come from. Oh, do I? Will this work? Will this do? Will this do, kind sir? Because we all come from neighborhoods and suburbs. Pretty much.
And songs have to be about something. Despite what the media would have you think. Songs must be about something.
Hi. Does life suck so much in the suburbs? According to your to the lyrics of your last album. Is it so
No.
bad? No. It
I don't think so.
No, okay.
No.
I just got this idea from the...
I think it's quite normal.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't think.
No, I would have you return to the lyrics then, good sir. We're not trying to give that impression so much. I mean, parts of it suck, but, parts of cities suck. parts of the country suck. But, part of it is fine as well.
Okay,
Cheers.
You were at Madison Square Garden. The gig was filmed by Terry Gilliam. Do you want to work with Terry Gilliam, or another director on a movie in the future?
We haven't talked about that. That was a lot of fun. We're all big Terry Gilliam fans, but I don't think we've talked about that at all. Maybe I wasn't there, but I don't think we've talked about that.
I think we're all just really happy to have him as our new uncle.
Yeah.
Are you feeling the pressure of being the best rock band nowadays?
It's really easy being the best. It's like, it's not hard. The pressure goes away once you're the best.
When I was talking about the pressure, it's have you seen already the critics about your last album? Because there were a lot of disappointment, in fact. So,
I mean, that is. I think that that's just for. No, that doesn't add a pressure. It's like if people. I mean, we only put a record out if we like it. So, with people, if a few people, there's like 8,000 blogs and magazines on Earth. If people don't like it, we might not even know about it. I think it's more important if we're happy with it, and if people love it or don't like it, either way, we probably won't know too much about it. You know what I mean? Because for us, it's like we record a record until we're really happy with it, and then we play shows and are really happy with it, and that's kind of it. You know what I mean? Like the internet and what people think is sort of a little bit. It's like that's like a step on the side that we don't really need to be a part of.
The goal is playing music and making music. The goal isn't to have critics say we're anything. Like, it's fine. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, the critics' part.
You said it's easy to play shows, but what can we expect tonight? I mean, I will see you in Barcelona in November, and it's a show. Here is a festival. Which is the difference?
Hard to say.
It's not the same to play when all the people has come to see you, and when it's a festival. Probably here all the people has come also to see you, but it's not the same. I mean, it's not the same on a stadium or a small place that here in a festival. I mean that. What can we expect tonight?
We're just gonna do our best and try and do what we do.
I mean, every show is very different. It really depends on the crowd. Sometimes there's an antagonism that kind of turns positive with the crowd, and sometimes it's just like feeding off the crowd's energy the whole time, and sometimes there's ebb and flow. It actually varies a lot and it does vary a lot by size, but we've played a lot of big shows in the last couple months. So the actual bigness of it is maybe phasing us a little less than it has in the past, just because we've played a lot of big shows lately. We're not coming from theaters. Because actually the theaters we played on this tour were a little weirder, just because it was like, oh, right, you can see everyone's face. Yeah.
It sort of doesn't matter. Sort of doesn't matter how big the show is, because there's always people at the back that aren't listening and that are talking. If it's 100 people, there's like 20 people at the back that aren't listening, and if there's 50,000 people, then the last 5,000 aren't listening. So.
This new album is much more longer than the other ones. Why did you choose to record so many songs, and why? Why that?
I wouldn't say it was a conscious decision to record that many songs necessarily. We just sort of recorded the songs as they came.
Yeah.
And we recorded a lot of songs that were, and we sort of, as time went on, we kind of picked the ones that, like, a lot of them sort of were of the same theme, like, and it just kind of all melded together into the record that was there. I mean, we did discuss breaking it up a little bit, but in the end we just sort of decided that it would kind of be a strong, here you go.
Yeah. And with the former albums, did you make a huge selection between lots of songs, or did you just release?
No. I mean, this time we took a really long break before we made the record, so we had a lot more. I think we just had more energy to put songs together and make music together. And on the last album, we basically finished Funeral, went in the studio, started recording and writing songs, and so we recorded everything we had, which was not really enough. And then this time we took our time and worked on songs for a bit longer, so we actually had more material just to pick from, which was kind of nicer. It was a little less stressful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, last time we had one extra song, which was Surf City. No, and the 7-inch song.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
Okay.
Technicalities.
Hello.
I'm sorry. The biggest camera.
The tallest.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you. We wanted to know if you worked differently to prepare the last album. That's slightly different from what you've done before.
I mean, sort of like I was saying before, we just took more time to get it ready, and once we were playing music together after a little bit of a break, we started at home. We recorded it a lot in living rooms and basements and studios and the church a little bit and stuff like that. So I think the approach was actually a little more comfortable for us. Wherever it felt comfortable is where we started doing work, which I guess is a little bit different.
Although also, because we did actually work in a bunch of different places, this is the first time that we ever recorded in different places from each other at the same time. Someone would be recording in one place while somebody else was recording somewhere else. So that's a little bit different, but on the whole, just more songs.
Basically we did that so that if Tim was doing a guitar solo for a whole day, that the rest of us didn't have to watch. For his sake, because there's too much pressure.
Yeah, it worked out well, because now we're the best.
Are you agree when people say U2 was the Arcade Fire from the 80s?
Do you know how many records U2 has sold? They've sold a lot of records. They sold a lot of records. We were number one for 1 week. I mean, that for me is one point. I don't know if that's the main point, but we've definitely sold a lot less records than U2.
Can you tell us a bit about this Peter Gabriel stuff you did? The way he covered you and you were supposed to play his, I guess?
Yeah, he did a cover of My Body's a Cage, and it's really great. And we really haven't had a chance to do it in return up to this point anyway. So there's not really too much to say.
Was it a big influence?
For some of us, Richie, you talk.
Yeah. He's an influence on me. I know he was an influence on Regine. Also, Regine was really into Genesis. I love old Genesis stuff, and he's amazing. But yeah, we're all fans. Me and Jeremy just went to see him, and he's totally incredible. But yeah, we haven't had time. We were like up to our necks in making an album, and the day it was done, we were already on tour. So. Hope he's not mad.
In France, you made big success, but I have heard that it's not the same in Canada. Why?
It's not the same in France as it is in Canada. Period. That part's true.
Yeah, but I mean, I've heard that you are considered as more like an indie band there, but here it's like a big thing.
There aren't really very many people in Canada. So that changes things quite a lot, actually.
But I don't think that's true, though. I mean, like, we have we get lots of press and stuff there. It's kind of the same there as it is here.
We're no Chilean.
Yeah.
States maybe more, but
Yeah. But France has been very good to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take our bad attitudes seriously.
Hello guys, do you remember, I'm here, just in front, do you remember your first time on stage all together, and can you tell me your feelings about it?
Ever?
Yeah, first time ever.
Jerry, you tell, because you were the...
We were just talking about this because mine's different because I joined late. So my first show was at the Salvation Army Church in Montreal with these guys, and the funeral CD release show. And I was... Oh, this is hippy-dippy, but I was saying the other day we were in the van and I was saying that I was talking to Tim and I remembered playing that show and I didn't feel nervous because it was such a nice group of people. And it's true.
And when was it, please?
That was in 2005, 4, September, September 2004. Yeah, that was mine first. I think it's weird. Yeah, it's sort of like the band came together in many different ways. So I think it's sort of, there's lots of different first days for everyone. But for me, that was because it was all these dudes and yeah, pretty nice guys.
We all had different days. We all started on different days.
Yeah.
I was just wondering how is Regine, and if she's a bit more excited to play in Paris, being in a French environment speaking.
Regine's great.
Is she more excited?
I mean, we're all excited.
Yeah.
I don't want to say she's more excited than the rest of us. I wouldn't say that. Everybody's excited. Yeah, we're a little groggy today because we just did Reading and Leeds in England, and it's new for us to play last at giant festivals. So today's a little like, oh my God, we're doing it again. But we're starting to wake up and feel really good, and we just saw some Beirut. And yeah, maybe that's what Regine's doing right now, actually.
On something a bit different, you've been really involved to help Haiti. Can you tell everyone how involved you are and what you're doing for Haiti?
Well, we right now are continuing to do a thing where every show that we play, like all our headline shows, $1 or £1 or €1 or whatever currency per ticket goes to an organization called Partners in Health, and they're like a major healthcare provider in Haiti. And then when the earthquake happened, they also ended up just doing anything that needed to be done. So we just continue our support with them throughout all this crazy stuff.
And then in Canada, Regine's been working with some friends of hers, and they've started an organization called Compay, which kind of is dedicated to improving the links between Canada and Haiti, and sort of proceeding in the Partners in Health model of really focused, local, sustainable, helping people in ways that isn't just like giving them a bag of rice and running for the hills kind of idea. So in Canada, there's Compay, and then worldwide, we've still been working with Partners in Health.
You say goodbye to a friend on the book of your last album that he is François Chevalier. He was also Émilie Simon's spouse. What was he for you?
Francois was a good friend. He helped record Neon Bible, and he was just a really dear friend, and we were really sad to lose him.
Okay, thank you.
Is it a challenge for you to release a new album, or it is okay because you're famous and you don't have to prove to people what you can do?
On many levels, it's a challenge. Just recording and writing a record's lots of, it's challenging, and then, that's the big challenge. I guess by the time it's ready to come out, then that's the easy part. It really isn't any work for us how people receive it. It might affect our future a little bit, but we're not right now. Right now the biggest thing we're doing, the hardest thing is just physically going and playing the shows and planning everything. But I would say most of our stresses at this point are very physical and literal rather than psychological.
And I think if stuff was going bad, it would be a lot more stressful, and it would feel like more of a challenge. But so far, everything has been going great. Like the record sold well hot off the presses, and so we haven't had to do deep emotional soul searching about our future or things like that. Everything's sort of falling into place in a nice way, which makes it it's a lot less stressful when you people like what you do and you like what you're doing.
Hi, I was just wondering how you choose the titles of your tracks on your albums. Like on Neon Bible, there's a track called Une année sans lumière.
On Funeral. Usually it's just tied in with the theme of the song somehow. That song, for example, that's actually one of the lyrics in the song, and it just kind of summed up the feeling of the song, I guess. I don't know if anyone has anything to add to that. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone else.
Yeah.
What's the best part of being a rock band? The friendship, the creativity, traveling a lot, or what? And what do you think it will be, your future as people who are doing all these things?
I think that the future of doing all these things only is as fun as all the things that you said. It's really important for us to be really good friends and to just enjoy what we're doing. I think the minute any of us really hate any part of it, then we have a real problem. But as long as we can communicate well together and remain friends and enjoy working creatively together, then the future just is. We don't really think it will be great. And food is a huge part of it. No joke.
But also, in all seriousness, being able to just do music and that be what you do. I think that kind of outclasses everything. That's that's a real privilege to be able to do that. And I think we all really feel that.
So last question.
You talked about you talked a lot about pressure along this press conference. So what place does pressure takes in your life? What place does pressure takes in your life, and how does it motivate you to do better things?
Never mind. I was going to make a dumb joke, but I'm not going to make it anymore. The moment passed.
I don't know. That's like a deep philosophical question.
Without pressure.
I mean, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and it's even more like we put a lot of pressure on each other, but we all put even more pressure on ourselves, I think. Like, it's like I want to focus on the song and figure out exactly what it is, and that internal pressure for me is the biggest pressure. And then once you figure that out, then you start bumping into other people, and then you start sort of musically discussing what direction to take and all that. But it's really it's extremely internal, I think, most of the struggles in this band, most of the sort of searching out what to do. And then later you go to the other people in the band, and then from there, those are sort of the two most important ones, and then it gets less important over as you get farther away from that circle, I would say.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.